Are you an artist looking to start a paint and sip company, but you honestly have no idea what type of paint to use? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the two different types of paint that we recommend and the pros and cons of each. So stick around. Hi everybody, this is JJ Long from JJArtworks, and welcome to our official YouTube channel where we help artists create profitable paint party businesses, and we also help out aspiring artists through our painting tutorial videos. So thank you so much for the love and support. We truly appreciate you being here. So in this video, let's just jump right into the answer. What type of acrylic paint do we recommend? So at JJArtworks, we actually use two different brands of paint at varying times, and I'll explain what that means. But basically, we use Blick art materials. They're Blick acrylic paints. And then also Michael's Arts and Crafts Store, they have their Artist Loft brand of paint, which we highly recommend as well. And I have samples of each types of paint in different sizes. So we're going to start off with the Blick acrylic paint by Blick Art Materials. We've been using this paint for over 10 years now, and without fail, I believe that this is the better of the two paints. I'm just going to give you a quick update on that. But yeah, so we really like the Blick acrylic paint. This is a half-gallon jug, and then this is their 32-ounce bottle, which I highly recommend as well. What I like about the 32-ounce bottles is that it's really easy to squirt on paper plates. And it comes with this, it's a really durable bottle too. I don't know if you're into plastic, but I really do like the durability of these bottles. Same thing with the half gallons. What I like about the half gallons is that you can actually put a pump lid on top, which is really helpful if you want to squirt the paint in the plate. Or we also use these half gallons to fill up our little jars for virtual paint parties. I'll probably tell you about virtual paint parties in another video, how we assemble our paint kits and everything. But this is really good for in-person events. And then with the same token, with the half gallons and these are actually quarts, the 32-ounce bottles. These are 64-ounce bottles. This is the Artist Loft paint that you can get at Michael's Arts and Crafts Store. And again, they have half gallons, which is 64 ounces. And they also have quart sizes that come in this size. I don't have any Artist Loft quart sizes on me right now, but Artist Loft does make these size bottles as well. And I want to share with you the price breakdown and then also the pros and cons of each, because they definitely have pros and cons, which you're probably not familiar with, but I've been doing this for a long time and there's definitely pros and cons. So what I like about the Blick paints, what I really like about these, we have a bunch of colors here, but what I like about these paints is that they're always in stock, whether it be in person in the store or online. I've never tried to buy paint from Blick Art Materials and they've been out of stock. That is very important, especially say you have a last minute 60-person paint party and you really need a lot of paint. It's really helpful to have a company that you can rely on that's always in stock. The prices, I kind of wrote this down, so I'm just going to glance at my notes here. The price for a half-gallon Blick Art Material Blick acrylic bottle, and this is just based on my research today online off their website, their half gallons go for $20.62, and their 32-ounce bottles right here go for $11.77. So that's the price breakdown, but you're paying for them always being in stock, and it's just really good durable paint. I really like it. Both paints are soft body paints, just so you know. So they're not super liquidy, but they're like a good consistent liquidy or a medium liquidy. They're not like watercolor paints or finger paints, but they're a little more durable. They're not heavy body. So at JJArtworks, we actually used to make our own paints. We outsourced overseas to China, and we had our own brand of paint, but they were heavy body, so very thick. These are soft body, and so is the Artist Loft paints. So that is the Blick acrylic, which I highly recommend. If you're in a pinch, the Artist Loft paint is pretty good as well. So again, this is the half gallon, the 64 ounces. The price on this for a half gallon is $21.99, What's cool about this though is that it comes with the pump lid attached with the, I don't know if I already said this, but with the half gallons of the Acrylic, you have to buy the pump lid separately. So that's an extra expense. And just so you know, to buy a pump lid at Blick Art Materials, it's $1.32. So I did some quick research on that for you. But the 64 ounce bottles is what's called $21.99. And then their 32 ounce bottles, the quart sizes, are $10.99. So just a quick comparison, Artist Loft quart sizes are cheaper than Blickrylic. And then Blickrylic half gallons, these ones right here, are a little bit cheaper than the Artist Loft ones that you get at Michael's. But if you plan on getting pump lids, that's a little more expensive. That adds like a couple dollars on or whatever. So that is the price comparison between the two. The downside with Michael's I've found over the years is that every artist in the world, especially if you run a paint and sip company, every artist in the world is going to go to Michael's first to pick up paints. And the downside of Michael's also is that in their Artist Loft series, especially this size, the half gallon size, they only have about 7 colors in stock. They have the primarily, I can't talk right now. The primary colors, they have yellow, blue, and red. And then they got the black, the white, the green, and I think a violet. So there's only 7 colors that they have in stock. And whenever I've had to go in there to get something last minute, they only had a couple of colors in stock, and they only have like, they go 3 rows deep. So it's not like they have like hundreds of bottles in stock. So that's definitely an issue. But the pro of Michael's Arts and Craft Store is that obviously they're in way more cities than Blick Art Materials. So there's a good chance that there's an Michael's Arts and Craft Store in your city or close by town. With Blick Art Materials, they're pretty much just in major cities. But the great thing about Blick is that they're always in stock. So to me, that's a huge benefit. Even if I'm paying a little bit extra to get their paint, I'll do it. And they both ship, right? So if you're in a pinch, if you're in your pinch, you can go to the store for the most part. But if you can plan ahead of time, Blick ships paint to you, and so does Michael's Arts and Crafts Store. I have found that Blick is a little more, what do I want to say? A little more consistent with their shipping. They give you tracking numbers and all that, and you can kind of predict when the paint's coming in. With Michael's, I don't know. I find it hard to track Michael's shipments, and it's kind of like up in the air when they're going to come in. So just shipping on that note, I do like Blick. They might be a little bit more expensive than Michael's. But again, like I said, they have, and if I haven't mentioned it yet, they have 39 colors on their website. So if you're looking for, the primary colors, but then you want to do a violet or a magenta or a turquoise color, they have all these colors in this size, in the half gallon size. They have all of those colors on their website. So, I just think that, it's worth it to pay the extra money to have paints that are in stock where you have more variety. And over the past 10 plus years that we've been teaching paint parties, we have had no complaints about this paint. Not at all. It's a really good quality paint. I highly, highly recommend it. At some point, I do want to start possibly playing around with the idea of getting paints from Amazon. So I'll definitely, create another video once that happens, and I'll let you know what that's like. I like doing price comparisons with things, and I like doing different brand comparisons. So I will definitely do more of these videos in the future. But that's basically it. I think this is the winner. This is the winner in my eyes. We've been using it for over 10 years. Definitely do it. So thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time visiting our YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button below, and also please click the bell notification icon so you can be notified when we come out with weekly videos. Also, if this is if you're an artist here visiting for the first time and you're looking to figure out what supplies to use and everything like that, I do have links in the description below of all the different types of art materials we use for our paint parties, such as brushes, easels, canvases, obviously paints. So definitely check that out. And then also, if you are an artist watching this and you're looking to up your paint party game, I do offer one-on-one coaching. So definitely click on the link below, which will take you to our website, and we can connect there and possibly talk about the future together. So thank you so much for tuning in. Truly appreciate the love and support. Also, this question comes from Miranda. I'm sorry I didn't mention your name in the beginning, Miranda, but thank you so much for this question. It's a question that gets asked a lot, and thank you for motivating me to create this video for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all in another video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.